Just try and not cut the bad boy. Oh Christ, it's been... Oh Jesus, bad egg.
Hey, hey, you gotta think about it. Think about it.
Hey guys, a bit of a different video today. I thought I'd look at the delights of Temu, T-E-M-U, however it's bloody pronounced. The thing that whatever I'm looking at on the old Tinternet seems to be pushed down my throat and advertised left, right and centre. So and everything looks incredibly cheap, and it probably is incredibly cheap. So here's the plan. Have a quick look through the website. I'm then gonna pick a few items and I'll show you what they are, and we'll see if they arrive, and then more importantly we'll see if they're any good, and are they worth the value. But hopefully you can see if I've got my tech right, hopefully you can see the home page. I thought it'd be easier to put it on the desktop as opposed to via the app, but the app is probably a little bit easier to navigate. But yeah, my wife's bought something from them, hasn't arrived yet, but to be fair she's only done it in the last few days, so I'm sure it's still being processed. But she's saying I think the delivery was free, and if it's not sent out within a certain time, there's like service levels, so you get credit back, and the if you're not happy with the goods, again it's quite easy to get refund. But we'll see, it could be a bit of an experiment. So yeah, as you can hopefully see, there's some, there's a bit of tat, a bit of gloss, a bit of lipstick there, some shoes, some very odd binocular or telescope at the end there. Get your car ready, workout, obviously January New Year resolutions like losing weight, getting fit. Well, we'll see about that. And then a few categories. It seems it's scrolling all by itself. So all sorts. Musical instruments, and as you can see, up to 97%, up to 96% off, from 23p. A lot of lingerie and loungewear right next to the men's big and tall. How class is that? Kids shoes, £1.19. It's funny how the men's shoes are cheaper than the kids shoes. Jesus, what is this all about? You got your Edger paintbrush. Bloody hell. I want to kind of draw comparisons, but already I'm kind of seeing AliExpress equivalents in my head. Some cork for your toilet. Tags. I think some of these from Amazon. They're a darn sight more than £1.34. Really trying to push that lipstick, aren't they? The rose smoke. Right, let's see if it just keeps scrolling and scrolling. It's eager to make the sale. No, it doesn't. It kind of stops at the bottom. Wow, there is all sorts. So let's go to the top, and it's already, I haven't typed that in, it's already defaulted to phone cases. And what's popular? Makeup storage. Get myself a cheeky bodysuit, bras. Bloody hell. Right, this is a retro channel, so let's go a bit retro. So I'm typing in retro game stick. Let's just do retro gaming. Oh, again, it's a lot of the tat that you see on AliExpress and Amazon, like Marketplace, eBay, obviously. Yeah, would I want to take the risk to spend like nearly 40 quid on something which could be a load of poop? Remember these water arcade games? Was it Temu that made them? I used to have one of them. God, that kind of nondescript backgrounds with like nothing on them. They're not eager to show off the graphics. A mini game player. Game time zone. a lot of repeated items. Tamagotchis. Little gaming arcade there. Should have a look at that, see what's on that. Already it's not motivating me with a 3.6 out of 5 stars. Got an operating key. What the hell is that game? God, it looks almost like Flash games. It looks pretty bad. Let's go back. See, like PSP and Vita replicas. In terms of the show, anyway, I'm sure the actual processor and the gameplay is a load of shod. We've got a SNES there, Super Famicom. Again, is that? I'm assuming that's just a shell. You wouldn't want to put anything in there. Good lord. Got those fidget toys. Right, so that's a fairly broad search. Let's kind of zoom into what I focus into what I like a bit more. So I put Game Boy in. So it's come up with a Game & Watch kind of rip-offs. I've seen these before. Full of mainly like NES games, like repeated, so it's like 500 games, but in reality it's kind of 50 with like 10 of each one. They look quite, let's have a look at these little Game Boy cartridge cases. I've spent a fair whack on those in recent years, and probably more than, what's that, £2.38 for 5. It's not bad. I probably spend about trying to think, about 12 to 15 quid maybe on 10, the likes of Amazon and eBay. So I may give that a go. Let's go back again. They're pushing the arcades. Game Boy Color's just a plastic case, isn't it? Love that new original. New original, oxymoron. Look at that. So makes it look like quite a big bit of kit, but there's a similar one down here. Tiny little screen. £20.99. Okay, so now we've got like a multi-cart. I wonder how cheaply made they are. 13 quid. Seemingly full of ROMs. It's got quite good. Haven't done this before. Can you click on the reviews? You've got some security verification. If you want to look up reviews, what is that all about? The unique object? I think it's probably that thing. That's crazy. Okay, then it takes you into the site. It really doesn't want to show me the reviews, does it? It's the reviews for the seller as opposed to the item. So if we go on to that, looks better than expected. Charger games. I'll find that Game Boy one. Item was discontinued. I've got it in the old Super Retro Trio. It's working great. Yeah, perhaps not too shabby. Let's go back. Yeah, a lot of the stuff repeated. Little Lego, that's quite cool. 13 quid though. Oof. Kind of a Lego replica Game Boy. Right. What else shall we look up? Don't know what this is going to bring, but let's do retro toys. That's got a gaming toy. It's a slingshot. Surprise your kids. Freak out your wife. That's bloody hell, I'd hate that. I hope my missus doesn't get me one of them. That is horrible. Got a retro sewing kit. at this. This is the Atari Woody. It's a copy of the Lego one they brought out. That's not. See, it's cheaper than the. I don't know how much the Lego one was. I haven't got one. I'm thinking 200, maybe more than that. So, would you really take a risk like £95 on that for a Dodge one? This little fella looks quite good. Remember him, Johnny Fire from Short Circuit. That's not bad. Drumming robot. Got a little ocarina instrument. Little flute. Bloody hell, from the Harry Potter. It's crazy. So we've done retro toys. Let's see what. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. God, it's like all turtles. It's not the apart from a couple. That's not really the turtles that we like. Let's scrap that. There's a couple more. Retro T-shirts. Johnny Cash. Crumbs. Is that retro, or is that just the retro colour block? Is that retro? Just really weird looking. A veiny model. Jesus, don't talk to strangers. In all kinds of trouble. My God, what's the context for wearing one of them? Even with the alien dude, I think you get some looks. Oh, I do love a bit of Radiohead. I'm sure they'd be pleased about that. Dirty looking. I don't know if it's a bad print or intentionally looking a bit oily, a bit greasy. Got the SO t-shirt. It's a seriously well kept model. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to continue looking. I'm not going to bore you by further browsing. So I will go through, I'm going to buy a few items and then I'll come back to you and I will show you exactly what I've bought. Right, decisions have been made. And here is some of the, say the tat. Some of the funny things that I've picked up. So the order's gone in. You can see this is just the email confirmation. I'll scroll down a bit because I don't want to be showing off all my address details and payment related stuff. So today, January the 2nd, put the order in. It's got like this service level thing at the top. So it's 73.7% of orders presumably get sorted within 11 days. And if it's delivered after January the 18th, you get the £5 credit within the 48 hours. Look at that, they're trying to do, even when you've made the order, they try and cross-sell again to see if you want to add anything to the order. But here's what we ended up getting. So I did, yeah, you would have seen these before, the Game Boy cartridge cases. I thought I'd give them a shot. So one batch of 5 with £2.38. Some Spidey related bits. I think these two things go like hand in hand, but I wasn't entirely sure whether or not the spider web gun included the 3 arrows of the suction cup. So I didn't want to just get one and then be disappointed that the others hadn't arrived. So I might end up with some extra ones, but we'll see. But yeah, £1.18 for them, and yeah, £2 for the Spidey gun. Stink bombs, which were yeah, they never did smell like the old farts. When the ones when I had growing up, we used to get these little bottles, which is bad. We kind of smashed them on the pavement, and they let off a bit of an eggy smell, but it was so friggin' tame. So yeah, chuck them in. So I wasn't entirely sure. You see, it's got the 10 and the 30, whether or not it's going to be 10 or 30, but regardless, it was £1.08. We've got one of the oldest pranks in the book, the the nail through the finger for 89p. We've got a slingshot, so a catapult, as we call them here in the UK, so you can shoot your new style poop. And there's 5 little turds. Sounds like a rhyme, doesn't it? 5 little turds there, 48p. This next one, which it'd be interesting to see, will it even turn up, and equally what will the quality be like, but like a space shuttle rocket in some kind of Lego equivalent. It's probably bad mouthing Lego, isn't it, to call it an equivalent, but some toy brick constructing kit, but it's a space shuttle, but for £1.20, and it's got fair few pieces. And we've got some Halloween, some Michael Myers socks for £1.04. Can't go wrong with socks. And then the final item was I think the Jaws or the shark related shirt I was looking at was like XLs and above, but I found this other one for a similar price, and came in large, and £8.72. So is it going to be made out of tracing paper, or is it going to be semi decent? Who knows? Paid by Apple Pay. So this is what £67.21, and then the discount, so £18.98. Shipping is free. So that's what it came to. So a bit weird, isn't it? Just a bit of a mind game, but you saved £48.23, did I? So we'll see. So hopefully within the next 11 days we will get something, and then we'll have a follow-up to this video. Right, quick update. 24 hours after putting the order in, the package is now on its way. So I've just received a delivery notification email, and when it lands in the UK where I am, it should then be trackable via the Royal Mail. So we'll see how we do. So far so good. It's a big day. T-Day, Temu Day. Trusty scissors in hand. Let's dissect this bad boy. Woo-hoo-hoo. And let's kick off proceedings with some Halloween socks. Right, so next up we've got some retro gaming related items. And they are spare cartridge holders, obviously for the Game Boy. But I bought a few third-party ones in the past, and they'll be honest, they're a bit better than these. Kind of, I think they'll do the trick, but they're not. A bit clunky. I think they'll protect the games, fairly functional, but are they like the neatest, closest? Just catching his finger. Probably not. So middle of the road. Right guys, I've had a bit of an accident. I was using the old skizzers on this one, and this happened. Always wanted one of these little pranks as a kid. But I don't know how it fares to some of them. As you can see, the illusion is spoilt somewhat by the gaping hole around the hole, where you can pretty much see my finger. But for a quick effect, I'm probably just going to go and freak the missus and the boy out, because I'm meant to be putting some shelving up today, so I could probably bang the old hammer, have a bit of a swear, and then run upstairs and show them this. So that could be a giggle. But yeah, for the money again, I shouldn't really grumble. Next up, we have fart bombs. We got like 10 of these bad boys. Lovely image on the front. It's like he's smoking a cigarette out of his ass. But the bomb bag. But yeah, the actual packet itself reeks a little bit. Let's try and not cut the bad boy. Oh Jesus. Oh Christ, it's been... Oh, that reeks. As you can see, it looks like I think it's been crushed on the way here. But that now opening it, that is minging. That is like, oh Jesus fucking hell. This is like a bad egg. Literally a terrible smell. It's like an eggy fart, a rotten egg. And it's really strong. I've had like stink bombs as a kid. I don't remember them. This is potent. I don't know what I'm breathing in. That is minging. I can't even put this in the bin. It's going to smell like... Jesus. Oh, it's bad. That was absolutely rank. I've been like pretty much retching outside it straight to the outdoor bin. The stuff itself, just like really yellowy, just like snot, like really gooey. But it still stinks in here. I've been cleaning, my fingers are all wet. I've been cleaning my hands, scrubbing my hands. Oh, it's rank. It does feel like I'm not going to open another one, but they're quite fragile, so they'll be damaged in transit. I mean, the actual Temu box, I say box, it was a bag, so it's not going to... A little kind of bang on one of these, which presumably you kind of throw on the ground. So they're probably quite fragile anyway. I could have, a few... soiled goods, and they smelt soiled. Jesus, let's get on to something else. Feeling a bit yakety yak. And next up we have another silly toy. So these are slingshots. It's a 5-piece poop set, and they feel really sticky. I guess you're going to do these against the wall. So you've got your stretchy flying toy. Shoot you. Shoot you, sir. Shoots you. What the heck? What are they doing? Like parachuting down? You could actually choose. No shit. You could actually choose the colour. No shit. That was genuine accidental pun that worked. One of the few on the channel. Choose the colour of your slingshot. On this one, try and get... It's the hardest thing in the world to do. Yeah. Don't like the gooiness. It's like it's got some of the fart bomb goo to it. So actually, it's like they put some air freshener on it. It smells pretty fresh. It's the freshest smelling poo I've ever tasted. So this one is a spider web launcher. Let's crack this one open. Quite a bit of little string around it, so I'm being careful. Careful when opening it. So there's the... I think I've got some extra ones of these. I bought them separately because it wasn't clear on the instructions whether or not anything came with it. But yeah, a couple of suctions. Couple of arrows. Right, so you got the shooter itself. Obviously the things must go in there. Got some Velcro straps. You got some Erotica Exotica glove that already seems to be in the pose, the web shooting pose. But will it fit a 45-year-old man? That's the question on everyone's mind. Very well sewed. So right, I'm going to get my web gear on. 2 secs. Right, I'm thinking I've assembled this thing. So you got the glove. I'll put this all together in a sec. And you've got this. So you've got the web slinger. You've got space for a couple of spare suctions. I'll take them off for a second. Try to without breaking it. And then you've got the main suction in there. It's kind of spring loaded. I've tied the string. You don't have to use the string, I guess. You just let it shoot across the room or the garden or in someone's face. I've tied it from there to the back so that you can easily retrieve it. And the strap, because I've got man hands, I've had to tie the two bits of Velcro together to get it to fit. But let's cut, and I'll be wearing this bad boy. Right, here we go. It's the oddest contraption ever. But it does kind of make sense. Just like an absolute fool without the rest of the Spider-Man outfit. It's like Spider-Man on Casual Friday. We basically got that. Let's have a little go. You apply a bit of pressure. I think you're meant to have a strap there and a separate one there, but I've had to combine the two straps because my feeble hands. Right, let's push that down. Jeez, that kind of shot a fair way. Let's bring that bad boy back. That's pretty epic. It's got some power on it. You could caught up in my own web. You could certainly do a bit of damage. On that bad boy, but it's yeah, it's pretty cool. Friggin' Wacko Jacko, Michael Jackson, with MJ action in it. But yeah, you literally pop it in there, and then just I'm loving that. I would have loved this as a young Spider Boy growing up. That's pretty cool. That gets some good marks. We have got a couple more items to go. This one, the shirt, the shark shirt. Now, this was a gamble. I think it was the most expensive item, and yeah, I just wondered is the quality going to be any good? But let's crack it open. And these things are so cheap, even if you don't like what's inside. You've got some good Ziploc bags, which is pretty cool. Let's see what we got here. What do you reckon? Amity means friendship. It's actually not too bad. I've got to say, in close up, it does look like they've just got an image from somewhere, and it's a bit pixelated, a bit stretched, should we say, just due to the size of the print. But it's not too bad. I don't know how it's going to fit around my retro torso, but we'll see. But look at that. I pretty like that. Yes. Like some mermaid action. Orca. Oh, that's smart. I'll put it on and see how we do. Good marks. Yeah, good marks. I don't know if it's going to be so translucent you'll see my chest hair. The final item, which took a bit of a beating in the post, but because it's plastic, I'm hoping it should be okay. So yeah, it's a bit of a bootleg Lego from the Lele brother. Code 8,858. Have they really made like nearly 9,000 different Lego sets? I'm not too sure, but this. Just again because of the price, I thought, how can this be something just for, just over £1? If I remember what the price is, I put it all on screen, but it just felt way too good to be true. It's like, will any of this stuff turn up? And obviously it has turned up. So let's take a look. Alright, that's everything in the box. A bit weird how like the tower strike is completely separate from what's in there. It's like, oh shit, we forgot to put this in. Let's keep it separate. But God, it does. I mean, those bits there, it does look very much like it's Lego, isn't it? Jeez. If I can be asked, I'm going to build this bad boy. Guess it depends on how good the instructions are. It feels very light. This isn't how Lego normally do their their things. Man, we'll give it a go. Right, back in a sec.
Booyakasha!
And there, my friends, concludes the little review on Temu, or Temu. So I just jotted down some final thoughts, scribbled them on a post-it note. Really, just the pros and the cons from my one experience. So yeah, really would need to order a few more things in order to, I guess, have more of a definitive judgment. But based on this, my experience for the better was around, it was a quick delivery. Notifications, which is probably a double-edged sword in some respects. They kept me, informed as to what was going on, where the parcel was. Did I want to, add anything to it? But at times it felt a little too much. But that said, you can go into the app and remove quite a few of the notification settings to make the experience a bit smoother and a bit less on your case. The items themselves, the ones that I picked anyway, the 9 or so items, they were pretty much as described. There wasn't any major deviations, I would say, from what was on the website and what actually turned up through the door. And the quality of the items by and large was better than I'd expected, particularly the Lego stroke construction blocks. I thought they were really good quality for the money. Obviously Lego, I'm sure, would have a view, but it was a good set. The instructions were a bit different. I don't know if I necessarily showed them in much detail, but as opposed to Lego where you got step by step a bit of a brochure, this was just a double-sided like diagram with the key steps on there, but kind of blown out, but it worked well. There wasn't anything taxing at all. It was a fairly small set, but it was good. I'd definitely consider getting more construction related items. And then on the other side, things to consider, like I said, a lot of notifications through, so I won't repeat my point on that. I thought the packaging wasn't great, and that in turn caused a bit of an impact on the old stink bombs. But if you had some electronics, not that I'd probably buy electronical items from there, but anything that's fairly fragile is really at the peril of the elements and the journey from China. So a box would have been preferred, but equally that's obviously going to impact the cost. So why they've done it, but something to be a bit cautious of, unless other people have done stuff through Temu and they have got things boxed up, then shout in the comments. But that wasn't my experience. And the final point, there's certain things which is probably really good for, such as little knickknacks, little toys, craft related stuff. If you're into that, it's probably a good option. Really, really cheap. So my wife's a teacher, and she's already picked up a lot of stuff from the site, made some orders, and stuff that's come in is good quality. So it's quite basic, simple things. Then it's probably it's a good viable option. I think where it may fall down is, and I didn't really get, I don't know, maybe I'm a bit unfair in my judgment, but electronics and things like that, one would kind of, I don't know, dispute how good would the quality be. But I guess until I ordered something, maybe a future test, then maybe I'm not the best person to kind of critique it. And clothing, I think, worked out well with the shark shirt that I got. But again, with sizes, it could have gone the other way. Sizes are always a bit inconsistent across the globe. The quality of the material, again, could be a bit inconsistent for the price. But I was happy with that, but it's probably a gamble, and albeit you can return, it'd be a bit of a faff to get something only to ping it back overseas. So that was it, a bit of a different video. Like I said, hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. It'd be good to say hello, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.